For the past 3 years, I've been trying to get top 100 in the GMTK Game Jam, the largest game jam on itch. The problem was the journey to get there was the most chaotic roller coaster of events ever. 2022, I was part of a team that made dicey boxing. Overall rating 129, almost at the clasp of victory. 2023, I worked with another team for Gold Gobblers. Overall rating 528. 2024, with the same team as the previous year, Hyperscale. Yeah, we don't talk about 2024. So looking to regain our honor as game devs, we decided to participate in the GMTK 2025. The twist is, it gets harder every year with fiercer and fiercer competition as the game jam grows more every year. From 6,000 entries in 2022, there are now over 9,000 entries this year. But with the jam lasting 4 days now instead of 2, I believe there's a chance. Okay, so let's read the rules. Voting works a little differently this year. 5 voting criterias. However, there is no overall ranking that combines all of these. Wait, what? There's no top 100? No top 100? No top 100? No top 100? What about my redemption arc, my comeback, the glory of game devs? I'm going to get that top 100 no matter what. Just you wait, my bro. Just you wait. I guess I'm aiming for top 100 in art. So hi, how's it going? The name's Silurus and let me introduce you to the team. Meet Blue Peanuts, the programmer and game designer of our GMTK Game Jams for the past 2 years. Then meet the new member, Verisons. He is the sound designer and composer for this game jam and also our upcoming project. And then there's me, Silurus, the artist and writer of the game. Each of us have our own roles and own voting criteria that we're mostly going to be responsible for. We're going to be using Godot, but not just any Godot. We're going to be using Spine Godot Mono 4.4, which is a version of Godot that supports Pine 2D and C#. Wait, what do you mean Godot C# doesn't support a web build? Web builds are essential for game. What? It's in the next update? Will it come before the jam? No. Well, I guess we're going to be a download-only game this year. That's fine, right? Right? Putting our worries aside, I started preparing for the jam before it even started. Not really making the game because the team's not out yet, what do I even do? More like a refresher and looking for interesting styles to base the game around. And just to pass time while waiting for the jam to actually start. Maybe something like this. This really stands out. Like just a unique style. And before I even know it, the jam's theme was about to be announced.
This year's theme is just one word. Loop.
Oh.
As always, how you interpret this is entirely up to you.
It was 1 AM where I was when the reveal happened, so like any sane person would do, I spent the next couple of hours ideating with my team. I don't need sleep, I need ideas!
So about the loop, what if we do something like this? Okay, what if this is the player, okay? The player, it's a little bean guy. You as the player, when you die, you respawn. But when you respawn, your ghost does the same thing that you would have done last time. So like, let's say this is the player. I walk up to this red guy and kill it. But this second guy kills me. I die, right? But then, when you die, you start playing again. But when you start playing again, your ghost, which is basically, it loops your movement from last round, kills this guy, and your real person can go kill this guy, for example. If we want something more incremental and fast-paced, but still like have the kind of the looping thing, we could kind of play with the idea that it's not only you who have ghosts, but it's also the enemy that has ghosts.
We ended up doing the idea of making like a puzzle action game with a time loop mechanic for the enemy. Basically having you repeat the fights once you kill the actual time looper. So basically you spawn in the game, you kill the time looper rewinds time, and you and the time looper will have ghosts of your past selves. Ghosts that will do what you did before the time looped. And you would have to stop the time looper's main body before they kill you or your ghost. While we were talking, I also started making the first concept arts of the game. And with so much art to do, I slept. Yeah, you still need sleep to function. And when I woke up, it was the true start of... I started day 1 with a lot of concept art. Peanuts would not be able to work on the jam on the first day due to work, so there was not really a game for me to put my art on. So I took a bit of time after waking up to really just cement the art style with concept arts and discuss it with the team. In the end, we decided on this street-like aesthetic and we'll base the environments, characters, and music on this direction. Also, I made like 7 concept arts for different time loopers that could have been in the game, but I knew most of them wouldn't make it. They're pretty cool though. Look at this guy. Then I finished day 1 taking my time to make sprites and animate the most important character in the game, the player, the time chaser, Zip. Look at Zip and that little traffic cone, truly the epitome of cute yet dangerous. Then we're off to... For this day, I had 2 goals, make the sprites and animate the enemies. We decided the enemies for the game, aside from the time looper, would be killer robots, 1 melee and 1 ranged. Peanuts wanted to just reuse the same sprite for both of them, but my artist self could not let this slide. It probably was smart to reuse a lot more assets though, since at the end of the game, the melee robot was only ever used once, in level 1. And you fight it for like 2 seconds. But nonetheless, I promised them that it wasn't that hard to rig these guys, so I got to work. Looking back at it now, animating these guys probably took a lot longer than it deserves. I already cut a lot of corners with how I rigged them, but still, these guys do take a bit of time to do. Then after making the different characters, I would need to start on my second goal, making the first level of the game. So I started thinking about environment art. It's been a while since I actually sat down and made sprites for environments in the 2.5D style that we're using. I did that for our main game, Riftella, that you could wishlist on Steam. Who said that? Back to topic. I did that for Riftella like months ago, so I had to sit down and refresh my knowledge about it. And what better way to do that but sit down and watch Bracky's lighting tutorial for a couple of minutes. I ended up with a tile set that looks like this, but Peanuts and Versins told me everything looked too blue. And that made sense, so I applied a bit of color theory and went with the background's complementary color, orange. I really wanted this game to be vibrant and full of color, so I was not letting anyone tone the saturation down. But I really like how it turned out, so I started making more sprites around this tile, some walls full of graffiti with a bit of Easter eggs every now and then, some colorful sprites to decorate the environment. One thing I really struggled to do was the walls. Our game was 2.5D, which is not really tile set friendly when it came to walls. Even Call of the Lamb, which is a big inspiration to our style, avoids walls as much as they can. So I turned to another game for wall inspiration. Don't starve, baby. I've been playing this game for a few hours, and the way they did walls was modular, like one sprite repeating every tile. I took that in mind and ended up with something I really like. It looks connected, convincing that it's a wall, while just being one sprite at most. This was also the day Verisins basically completed the music of the game. Have a listen. And I'm using this music for the video as well. Pretty cool, right? Fits the art direction so well. Then, with the foundation of the environment, music, and enemies done, before I realized it was... Day 3 was a bit more simple. Even though we probably should have been working more on levels now, I did not really have all the sprites I wanted yet, and the level designs for the next stages were not even there yet. So the plan in day 3 was to finish all sprites I needed, have a complete level 1 to base the other levels around on, make some visual effects, and finally get our first time looper drawn and rigged. So I started working on finishing the look of the game, making barrels, trash cans, small decorations, and animated things like grass and wires. Wires! Unironically, this is my magnum opus right here. This is a 2D sprite rotated in a 3D world and set to move with a shader. They just add so much movement and depth to the world, in my opinion. And with all the sprites done, the game now looks like this. Then I added simple VFX when you try to hit things. I went for that comic feel which I thought fit the game's style pretty well. Peanuts told me that spawning POW every time would get a bit annoying, so we decided the thing like POW, bang, splat, and stuff like that only appears when an event happens, like you hitting an enemy shoots a gun, or the player dying. Then with all these things done, all I had to do was make the time looper. I opted to go for this guy as the first time looper. I named him Pim. He's basically a tutorial boss. He's going to have a gun, and that's it. You kill him, and the level restarts, and that's the player introduction to the main game loop. So I started rigging while Peanuts started to actually have the ghost mechanics on the game now. Finishing the environment actually took a lot longer than I thought. It was 2 AM before I realized, so I decided to sleep soon and finish the rest of the game tomorrow and... Hi! Meet Juniper. He's a client I did commissions for a card game. What are you up to? I'm just doing GMTK stuff, man. Perfect, I have this idea for a game. Oh, no, I already have a team, and I don't think I can handle another game. I swear it's just like 8 sprites. 8 sprites? How is this man going to make a game with 8 sprites? I'm sold. So I ended up being an artist for 2 games in the GMTK 2025. So it's time for a side quest. He was going to make a social deduction game, and all he needed was 10 sprites in total to actually make the game work. It won't be a video game perhaps, but still a fun game people can play. Like a silly jam entry since he didn't really plan on making a game for the jam. So I thought, why not spend an hour out of like 96 hours we have to make Loop Frog. So he explained the game to me, the things I needed to draw, and I got to work. I felt like a speedrunner with that green clock on the top right of my tablet drawing all these sprites. And after just an hour or so, I was done. Then I left him to take care of the rest. He asked about our game, and I realized there and then, there's only 1 day left and there's not much to show right now. I guess we're going to see what happens in... The final day has come. It was time to lock in if you want a chance at the top 100 in any of our categories. So Peanuts made the level designs and gave them to me, so I could start working on them. He also taught me how to use the various tools he made specifically for our workflow, like how to spawn particles when something is in a certain state, so now everything in our game has effects when they do something. We even have breakable environments. I was curious on how fast I can replicate level 1 since I have all the assets and sprites now, so all I have to do is actually sit down and decorate with the different scenes I had set up for the past 2 days. And to my surprise, with all the preparation I had, all it takes is about 15 minutes to turn a level like this into a fully fledged game visuals. It was shocking, so I got to work with dressing up levels 2 to 6 as the day goes by. Then I thought the game still felt too static, so I proposed we animated the camera, even just a little bit to make that bobbing or handheld feel, just to make the game so much more alive. Then more VFX work and implementing PIM, and we just have to do this more and more until we had more levels. The limit we thought that we could do for the jam now was 6 levels. A shame because that's probably too little and too fast for the jam players. We also had a decision to scrap all time looper designs and mechanics and just have PIM, because we didn't have time. Also a shame since I already rigged Mr. Skellbones over here. Then to summarize what happened, lots and lots of chaos.
Okay. I think... Wait, what? What? Bleh.
We don't teach anymore.
What was I gonna do again? Test out the dialogue.
Oh.
I am cheating.
God damn. But the
Yo, Solaris, I'm gonna make you dress this. Okay. What is happening? It's not a bug, it's more like incompetence.
I like that line. I'm using that in the video. But with the jam timer closing in the deadline, I realized, the game's not done yet. We had thoughts of scrapping level 6, the biggest and the hardest level there was in the game, but I felt like we would be really disappointed if we did scrap it. I mean, we even called it our magnum opus. Come on. Was it really going to end like this? A game unfinished, full of bugs, or maybe we won't even be able to submit? So I checked the Discord and I remembered. The hour-long extension. They give this extension when each servers crash, and it always gives me a heart attack every year. It's our only chance. If there's a time to crash, it's now. Please, we need just an hour, that's all we need. But with the moments and minutes before the deadline, there wasn't an announcement. Is this how it's going to be? Another year of a failed try for the top 100? And then it happened. Please, Mark Brown, please. I think the extension's here.
Really?
They didn't announce it. They said there may be an extension, but they already extended it in this website. You have one.
Wait, so the deadline is pushed?
Look at this shit, bro. Go in Discord. Look at this shit. With an hour left, we quickly fixed the game-breaking bugs. I started on a quick cover for the game, and I started exporting the game even if Peanuts was not done yet, just to see if there was anything that's going to go wrong. The wisest decision I made in the past 4 days! I had the wrong export templates installed. So with that fixed, and 10 minutes before the deadline, we had it. A working build. I made a website, uploaded the game, submitted to the jam, and what? Why? Why is it unavailable? Unavailable? Why? We scrambled. Why? Did we upload the wrong thing? Did I hide it accidentally? Maybe. Oh, there is.
Oh my goodness, bro.
I unchecked that stupid checkbox, and then there it is. Our game jam entry. Safe and sound. And then Peanuts had the most nerve-wracking idea.
Sellers? No pressure. I pushed.
He pushed to GitHub. Another build that we can submit. Do we have time? Before the indecisiveness came to me, we decided to just go for it. I pulled the changes. I opened Godot, and oh my god, I had 2 instances of Godot open. And I had both of them open when I pulled from GitHub. You're not supposed to do that. I have Godot open. No, exit it. Exit it real quick. Shit.
Press cancel, press cancel.
Cancel everything. God damn. Save and quit.
Don't save it!
Oh shit.
It's okay.
It's fine. We got this. This can break your game if you click the wrong thing. Delete all the changes you had. It was risky. But brushing off all doubts, I exported. I went back to the game page, uploaded the build. What time was it? 1 minute before the deadline. We got it. Oh, we got it. We got it. 159.
That was so intense. That was so intense.
And then there it is. Our final submission to the GMTK 2025. The game page may not have said 1 minute left, but I assure you that 1:59 AM in my clock was scary. But with that, it was done. And all that was left to do is... I quickly decorated the website we had for the game, adding screenshots, adding banners, and then the cover art I was making. Then after waking up, it's time to play games, baby! We're gonna rate you. Why is it portrait? Is it portrait? Godot! 5 out of 5. So hard.
Oh, that's why you have to force yourself to jump. To go
Alright.
down.
I can do that. I forgot.
Oh, it's
Speedrun game.
game. 15 seconds.
I also wanted to show some love to the Windows build, so I played a few. So you're gonna crash?
All programming, artwork, and music done by 3 people who have never tried to make a game before.
I can see. Oh, it's working! There you go, crash. Where is she anyway? Juniper? Juniper! My reflection. I look the same as always. But it isn't copying my crouch over position. Anything. I can't breathe. Am I dead? The world faded away around me. Did Juniper kill me?
Choking.
Oh. Oh, it's a loop! I forgot that loop exists. That's the theme of the jam. Then the truth sinks in. The second day of ratings, we're not getting enough ratings for us to win. I felt like I had to do something. The first plan was just to play games, comment, and hope for people to play our game too. While it did work on other people, I still felt like I had to up the ratings a bit more. So it was time for plan 2. Streamers. There would be an occasional streamer that would post the link of their stream in the Discord, and they would play the GMTK games that people submit. So I was able to get like 5 more ratings before the voting period ends.
Oh, this is crazy good. What the fuck?
Yeah!
I was not prepared for this level of quality.
He's bopping to the music. Eh.
Like the music.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, this is just so stellar looking.
Thank you, thank you. He said he's gonna only do one more, so I don't know if he's gonna do a backtrack.
If I can play your game.
Oh.
I wonder if backtrack is
You've
the
got
next.
Zilurus. I like how you got this sort of like SpongeBob font.
SpongeBob?
That's very
Excuse
much
me?
Oh, I like this.
SpongeBob?
There's no
Yeah, you got it!
Oh, he did it though.
Yay!
Oh.
Backstreet, the backtrack. Hey, damn, is the devil still here? Look at that, guys. Look at the way he moves. Yeah, good job on the art, guys. It looks great, like a proper game.
Honestly, these streamers were very helpful in the jam, and I really enjoyed seeing them play the game that we made. So if you want to support them, all their names would be in the description. Then it was time to end this year's GMTK Game Jam once and for all. The results. Okay.
Okay.
For the thing, the reveal, artwork. It's not number 1. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. That's fine. I'm fine. Oh, it's not here.
Okay.
Please. That 100, please.
Holy shit.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Look at that score! Look how far that is. That is insane.
Oh my god.
Let's go! Rank 26! Top 26, baby, let's go! Yeah, those 4 days was worth the effort. The highest rating I have ever received in the GMTK Game Jams. It was really a wild ride and a learning experience, even for us who are working on a commercial project already. And next year, I'm aiming higher. I will get to that video, Mark Brown. Just you wait. Oh, and if you're still here, subscribe!